Everybody, this is Love is Dead, and I'm coming to you with a broadcast of the Beyond the Summit World Tour. It is MUFC versus DK, and we have the first bands coming out right now. It's going to be Darkseer, so we band out first, along with Nagasari. Neither of those ever seem to get through the band pool anymore. Oh, Darkseer gets through sometimes. No one lets Nagasari through anymore. And we have Leshrac is actually going to be a first band, as well as the Brewmaster. Brewmaster is definitely a popular hero. And I'm getting a message for 1 second, so excuse me. Anyways, we have Brewmaster is going to be banned out by MUFC. Seems like they've probably taken a look at DK's history, and Brewmaster, certain teams like to pick him up a lot. Actually, they're not going to ban out the Lycan, so they're going to leave that available to DK if they let's see. I think if DK is going to ban it out to see if we're going to have a Lycan game. Rubik is banned out as well. He's really popular, able to push and able to steal those spells. He's very versatile. You can go mid lane, you can go support with him. His stun is actually pretty decent. It's single target unless you send it back down and hit the other team. It's mostly single target though, and it's actually for a decently long time. And he can cast Fade Bolt in the middle of it, so he can deal damage. Hold him up there for a little while, and the rest of the team can screw that up. So he's a really popular hero. And Chen. Okay, so they're going to give away Lycan, and we'll see if MUFC is not going to pick up Lycan, and is going to be given to DK. DK has the ability to pick Lycan plus another hero. Nature's Prophet is going to be picked up by MUFC. I think Lycan really works in the Chinese sort of safe laning phase, and then transitioning into a push. I guess it might not be safe if he can't hold off this jungle. Nature's Prophet, though, he's going to be, well, hasn't seen Nature's Prophet jungle in a long time. He's been mostly in lane, soloing. I'm not sure who plays what. I haven't really cast an MUFC game before. I think I've cast a DK. Yeah, I've cast DK before. I know Burning plays. I know a little bit about them. I know Burning plays the carry. I guess it's not a whole lot, but that's why I'm trying to get experience doing this stuff. So Chen is going to be banned out. They still have Enchantress, Invoker, Lycan. There's a ton of heroes that they can pick. Enigma is still in the pool as well. Enigma, really good team fight hero. Since they have Rubik banned out, they can pick him without too much of a worry. My dog likes to bark at nothing. They're going to pick a Lycanthrope as well as Venomancer. Hold on 1 second. Anyways, I'm back. They're taking a long time to figure out these picks. Alright, so it's going to be Windrunner, Enchantress, Nature's Prophet, and they're going to be against Venomancer and Lycanthrope, which is an interesting setup. Oi. It's an interesting setup. Windrunner is going to be able to hold down Lycanthrope pretty well if she gets off a shackle, and Broodmother is going to be picked up as well. So if they put Broodmother in the top lane, that's going to be safe for Lycanthrope to go into the jungle. And if they even could have Venomancer support, actually hold someone down for Lycanthrope to beat on them once he gets a little bit bigger. And we're going to have a ban out of the Sand King that goes, make sure that they don't have that push against the Broodmother. And the two bans actually going to be really quick. We have Morphling as well as Queen of Pain. Both big heroes that DK likes to play. Queen of Pain can demolish creep waves later on in the game, especially if she gets an Aghanim Scepter. Well, actually, if she gets an Aghanim Scepter, she can just blow a wave away every 40 seconds. And they're going to... They have so much versatility in their lanes right now. I'm thinking that they may have been trying to go for some sort of aggressive tri-lane to take out Lycan, but they're going to have to worry about Broodmother. It was pretty weak early game, but it's probably going to be a big gank fest up wherever Broodmother is. It's either they have to stop Broodmother or they have to stop Lycan. I'm not even sure if they can get both of them. They're two very heroes that can carry very well, and once they start getting momentum, it's going to be hard to stop them. So we'll have to see what they decide to go with. There's just so much versatility on MUFC's lanes. They can pick almost anything, and I don't think DK can really predict exactly what they're going to be doing. Windrunner can take a solo lane, Nature's probably can take a solo lane. Enchantress, she can either take the aggressive or the safe jungle. I would expect that they're going to try to go for the... I really think that they're going to try to go for the aggressive jungle with Enchantress, because that would stop Lycanthrope from being able to get the early game farm. But it's definitely going to be a problem, since they're probably going to put Broodmother up in that lane. Or if they put Broodmother... Let's see. I've been screwing this up. So Dire is on the top, which is the inverse of what should be true. So Broodmother is going to... Yeah, so that is right. No. I'm so confused. I think a bunch of other casters have been screwing that up as well. Or did they fix it? Now Dire is on the top and Radiant is on the bottom. I think it was... I didn't check the changelog. Maybe they did change it, because red is for Dire, so that would be on the top. And his Beastmaster is going to be the pickup for MUFC. They just have... Yeah, Beastmaster can do anything. I think they're going to be running a tri-lane. I wonder if they're going to put Windrunner and Nature's Prophet in the tri-lane. Or they could put Windrunner mid lane if they wanted to. It depends. It's really interesting draft, because most of these heroes, it's hard. They're not usually picked up all together. Like a Windrunner plus a Beastmaster doesn't usually happen. I suppose Enchantress and Nature's Prophet sometimes picked up the same on the same side. Shadow Shaman is going to be picked up from DK, so he's going to... Well, he could probably be in the middle lane, because I don't think they're going to put Venomancer in middle lane, and they could still pick up another hero for that lane. They could have just Shadow Shaman as support, then he can go to push a tower. I sense a lot of team fight. I sense a lot of early game team fight going to be going on. This draft time is definitely taking a long time. The reserve time is going down. They have 5 seconds left on their total time to be able to pick this, and it's going to be a Tidehunter. So we're going to go for the full team fight action. We got Beastmaster is going to stun, Tidehunter is going to ravage, Windrunner can lock someone down, Enchantress can get a creep early on to use stun, and Nature's Prophet is going to be there with Sprout. So they have a ton of stun available to them, and they can lock down all of DK. So if they want to go on Broodmother, they should be able to hold her down pretty well as Lycan. That's what you have to do against Lycan. You have to make sure that you have a lot of teamfight stun, as well as a lot of just general teamfight, and he has a hard time with that, because he can actually go down pretty easily if you lock him down. The problem is that it's hard to lock him down with his ultimate, because he can run away at max speed. And okay, Puck is going to be the thing, so I'm not exactly sure how they're going to lane all these lanes. I mean, I expect Lycan's going to be in the jungle, but who knows? They could decide to put him somewhere else. He could do okay in lane. He can do great in the jungle, but if the jungle is not available to him, he's not completely dead, unless you set up your lanes for that, which I don't see that DK has. And we have Burning going to be playing on Lycanthrope. Venomancer is going to be played by Zippo. ROTK is going to be played. Is going to be playing the Broodmother. Shadow Shaman, played by Super, and Long D is going to be taking the Puck. And let me bring up the stats here. Let's see. Q's stats, your level, Q per minute. Where is current gold? Net worth is Y. I'm going to go with net worth plus W. I like those. Plus last hits. Now start off with last hits. Anyways, we got, I have to change one thing, which is in here, so I can get my interface correct. There we go. I just forget to switch. Ken is going to be playing Windrunner. We have Net is going to be on the Tidehunter. We have Ling Ling is going to be on Enchantress, and Beastmaster is going to be played by Gogeta. I can't believe I called him something else. TFG is going to be playing the Nature's Prophet, and it does look like they're going to run a tri-lane here. It's going to be Enchantress, Windrunner, as well as Tidehunter. And they have wards on Tidehunter so that they can try to screw up the farm. And we have really early, we have Lycan coming in, trying to make sure he can scout out where everyone is. I think they've noticed that there's a tri-lane now happening up here. It's going to be Puck and Venomancer in this lane. Where are they putting Lycan, actually? Where's my buddy Lycan? Alright, make sure that they don't try to start initiating a fight over here. Lycan is now, yeah, he's back in base, going to spawn up his little dudes, and they're going to put Broodmother in the aggressive lane. Just a regen rune right there for her. So they're going to try to take the aggressive jungle. They're going to try to control both jungles with this. Maybe a little bit hard since it looks like MUFC have, well, they've blocked off this first creep camp, and they really need to get rid of that ward, because that's where Lycanthrope really starts. Actually, Lycan is going down bottom. He's going to try to take he's going to go in the aggressive jungle. Going to leave this tri-lane to itself against Puck, who, yeah, they've changed Puck. I'm not exactly sure when they did it, but Phase Shift now costs no mana. So you can just get rid of, every 6 seconds, you can get rid of an attack, which is not too bad if you're pretty good with her. And they're looking for Lycan. I think they've realized now that perhaps he's not going to be in that lane. He's just going to go into the Radiant. He's going to farm up the Radiant jungle. And I wonder if they're going to decide to switch now that they know he's not here. And we have Venomancer going to be caught out by Enchantress with a Centaur creep, which is very strong. And they already used the stun. They're going to try to slow him down. Zippo, we have Nature's Prophet coming in here. TFJ. Who's going to get the final right click. Tidehunter is going to try to perhaps get a gush. There's no way Venomancer can live through this. Just going even deeper into the Radiant side. First blood on Venomancer. Perhaps they did that to make sure that the heroes had to run all the way back, buying a little bit of time for Puck, making sure that they didn't get a gank off that way. They didn't get a second kill. So I'm pretty sure Venomancer knew he was going down when he ran away like that. Anyways, we do have Shadow Shaman in the middle lane versus Nature's Prophet. Looks like they're even right now. This tri-lane is still being run up in the top lane, though, and they're going to try to go for a gank on Puck, I think, right? Nope. They're going to hold off. They should start their harassment on Puck, though. You don't want to spend too much time letting Tidehunter. You don't want to spend too much time letting Tidehunter not get any experience, because he does need his level 6. And Lycan Burning is just having a good time, having a good old time down in this Radiant jungle. And I think how well is 7 last hits on ROTK. And it's not going to be, I mean, Beastmaster against Broodmother is a pretty standard lane. And now Tidehunter has an Invis rune. He's going to go look for Lycanthrope right now. And Burning is low life right now, so a Gush will deal 110 damage. He's only got 300. He's trying to regen a little bit of up. He definitely doesn't know anyone's here, but he knows something's up. He's standing right here. All right, Tidehunter is here, and they're waiting for a gank, I think. He only has a couple seconds left before his thing comes out. There he goes. Some right clicks right now. He's going to take a little bit of damage from the creeps. Gush coming out. Beastmaster is here, and they do get a kill on Lycan. They're waiting for the right time in order to bring Beastmaster in and get the kill. Puck having a pretty easy time even against that tri-lane. They didn't really go on Puck too much. Or at all, really. Right now, the Lycanthrope is actually not doing too badly. Usually they try to lock him down early game, but even if he does get pretty huge, actually he can't even go into his jungle yet because they still have the wards, so those creep camps aren't going to be spawning. I think he's going to look for it right now, and then he's going to go and check and find that there's nothing there for him. But he's just going to get this creep camp over here, but that's not too great actually. The Centaurs deal a ton of damage, and they're hard to take down. Look at that, already one of his wolves is pretty low on health. I guess he is level 3 though, so it's not terrible. Anyways, we got Enchantress is going to be slowed down. Ling Ling is actually just going to be a little bit of harassment. Lycanthrope is trying to come in, but a little bit too late. Not going to be able to get the kill. Just going to push her out of the jungle, make sure that she doesn't get... just try to keep her out of there. Only level 2 on her. So Burning not doing too badly, but with the amount of team fight that can come out from MUFC, I'm not too worried quite yet. Just have to make sure he doesn't go in for Roshan. If he gets a Roshan, then it'll start to steamroll, most definitely. And MUFC is positioned up here, looking like they're going to try to go on Super. And Super just going to walk right into this if he continues. But we have the rest of the Dire team is here to try to make this kill. And Enchantress is going to be focused on. First we got a stun, we got a shackle on from him, and Enchantress goes down. Now Net is being caught out in the middle of this. 4 heroes, he goes down. Tidehunter finished off right there. RTK still doing fine in her lane as well. 25 last hits against Gogeta. Why can't I find? There we go. Gogeta only has 20 last hits. Broodmother's gonna be able to keep pressure on that bottom jungle, that Radiant jungle. And I'm not sure exactly how Puck fits into this thing. They are going to... Actually, I know how they do. Puck is going to be able to keep Lycanthrope from getting away, even when he has... Oh, sorry, I'm not even... What am I talking about? I'm getting really confused. Puck is going to be able to do an AoE stun. And... I'm not sure how that works exactly. They're not doing too badly. We'll have to see how long he decides to play this into the team fights. Should allow for... they would be able to hold heroes there so that Lycanthrope can deal some damage. Actually, they don't run away. We have Venomancer can deal his ultimate. That's a lot of damage right there from the DPS. Plus, if Lycan is there, Puck usually not seen too much. Needs to be sort of a specialty pick, and I'm kind of curious as to what their teamfight strategy is going to be, or if they're even going to do that. It doesn't look like they do have a split push lineup, so I don't even know if there's going to be a 5-on-5 matchup. They might not have to do it, especially if they have Broodmother and Lycanthrope doing fine in lanes, if they can start pushing really fast. And how is Nature's Prophet? What's Nature's Prophet doing here? They're bottom lane. They're going to pop off a Roar. That's going to lock down Broodmother. Broodmother goes down in lane. It's a kill on Broodmother, but it looks like they're going to try to trade. Ken is taking a lot of damage. One more right click will finish her off. Ken is finished off. And they're going to just back off right now. They did take a lot of damage from the tower on that one. What does Burning have? Does he have his Vlads yet? It looks like his recipe for that is finished up, so he's going to have no problem in the jungle from now on. Actually, does he have boots? Doesn't have boots, though. And now the bottom tower, now that Broodmother is missing from the lane, she's back now, but was able to take that tower. And there's a lot of creeps here. He's going to be able to push this in. Even the Treants can come in and deal more damage to this tower. I think this might be another tower. If no one comes in here, they're going to look for a trade. The Radiant have popped off their fortifications against this. The fortification should still be available, or no, I don't think it is. And they're going to take they're going to do a trade. They're going to be fine with that. They're going to keep pressuring in. I mean, they still have plenty of creeps available to them. The Treants are just going to go... Nope, they're actually not going to go into the ancient creep camp. Okay, where did that... where's the courier? Right, courier has got the morbid mask as well as the thing, so that is, as well as the recipe, so that is the Vlads for him. Windrunner has finished up her phase boots. Actually getting some decent farm. She is pretty much solo lane. You get Shackle plus Power Shot. They're going to use that against Lycanthrope as much as they can. It's going to be hard to hit, but if it does hit, that should be the end of Lycanthrope. And Tidehunter definitely needs levels at this point. Need to get level 6. He's still a decent ways away from it. A couple minutes. But again, I'm not sure if they're going to go... I'm not sure at what point we're going to see MUFC decide to go in with the team fight. They do have the Primal Roar up. I wonder if they're just waiting for they're just waiting for Tidehunter to get the experience. Perhaps. It's going to take them a little bit. I don't think there are any more items that they would need for the milligan. We got Hand of Midas already on Nature's Prophet. He's going to be farming up pretty well. He's got the haste. He's got the power treads. Bernie's still just waiting for the farm. He's got to smoke at the seat, so that may signal for his going on Roshan, which would give them the advantage. And Venomancer set up a bunch of wards, making sure that trying to stop Tidehunter from getting levels. He's now level 5, only about 450 experience points away from being able to have that Ravage at level 6. Does have his Arcane Boots as well. So should have no problem popping off the Anchor Smash, Gush, and Ravage. We do have a smoke here on Shadow Shaman. And I wonder who he's going to, what their plan is. I think they're going to try to go for Ken, perhaps. If he's going to get a Shackle and then a Hex to stop that. Ken is still sitting here and they're just going to wait for the right time. Can Puck finish off Windrunner like that? We'll have to see. They're spending a good amount of time there. I don't see the initiation happening quite yet. I think the smoke is almost up. Yeah, they're not going to go, the Super's not going to go on the initiation. Actually, here we go. We got a Hex coming up. Windrunner tries to Windrunner himself away. Now gets shackled. And we have Puck keeping her close. We have a couple more right clicks and Ken should be able to go down. And she dodges that. Windrunner goes down on the top lane. Pops off. Oh, gets a nice. And the Hex is going to stop that teleport. So the Ward Trap able to turn 1 kill into 2 kills. That if it had gone any other way, they might have lost a hero for that one. But a good play from DK. And it looks like Puck is going to go completely in for this tower. Going to start pressuring that one in. Let's see, they've lost. They've only lost 1 tower on the Radiant side. They lost 2 towers on the Dire side. So that would even things up a little bit. And it looks like Enchantress has got Venomancer. There's some action going on here in this middle lane. And Lycanthrope is coming in, but there's 4 heroes right here. Oh, it takes out Beastmaster. You got Sprout locking them all in. Don't want to be locked in with Lycanthrope. He's pretty big. And where did he go? Did he actually go down? Where did he go to? No, he's just run back away. Did get a double kill though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And it's excellent for him. What item? He has a Medallion of Courage, so he can go in for Roshan at any point right now once they have the advantage. Although MUFC, even though they lost 2 heroes, they did get one. They did get Shadow Shaman. They're going to push in this middle tower. They have that. They have that pushing power in this middle. This sort of approaching mid-game. And Broodmother actually hasn't even gotten this tower, but Broodmother with a Hand of Midas. So they're really looking for Broodmother to get huge in the late game. They're banking on Lycanthrope as well as Broodmother to get really big. And they're going to smoke in. This should be a Roshan attempt. There is nothing that's going to be able to reveal this off. So unless MUFC have figured out the lanes, but this top lane is pushed up, so they could just assume that they're in the jungle. There's no real reason for MUFC to suspect that DK is going in for Roshan. They're going to focus on Broodmother. They do have 2 heroes here. We have the Sentry Ward as well as Dust. Roshan goes down, but it looks like ROTK is going to go down. Broodmother is finished off. Burning now picked up the Aegis of the Immortal, going to farm those Ancients. And now he has the ability to push in. They need to take a tower to even things up a little bit. If they take a tower, they can make sure that when they trade, they don't still have the disadvantage. in terms of towers. What is the gold graph total looking like here? We have the Dyer's actually gotten a decent amount of experience, and the Radiant, though, has a slight advantage in terms of gold. Now this middle tower is going to be pressured in. That's not really good. They aren't able to get a trade. That's 3 towers down. So it looks like MUFC is really trying to take the map control. Although they haven't taken out the top jungle, even though hasn't been used too much. Burning is actually just now in lane with the Aegis of the Immortal. And going to look at this bottom tower. MUFC backing off in the middle lane. We're unable to continue their push in. And they're going to go and try to focus on Burning. Burning still has his ultimate up, so he should be able to get away even if someone comes in. Just going to do a little bit of damage to the tower. They're not quite ready to start really with a huge push, but MUFC is ready to make some kills. And they're going to find themselves super. Gush is going to start it off. I wonder if they're going to pop off Ravage for this. And Nature's Prophet TPing in. They just need some kind of a stun and they'll be able to finish him off. And they do. Power Shot runs through and is able to get the kill on that one. And they didn't even have to pop Ravage off for that one. So they could go into the middle lane here. We have ROTKs here without any webs set up, but they're going to look. We shouldn't even have much in the way of spiderlings either. They're taking damage from the tower right now. Nature's Prophet is now in here. They're going to look for. They're just going to pressure in the top tier 1 tower over here instead of worrying too much about their middle tower. They can definitely do this trade, and it would be advantageous for them to do so. And they are. They're just going to melt away that tower. They're going to go in, perhaps look for a kill in the jungle, and then go for this tier 2 tower. Interested to see how long DK is going to sit here. The bottom tower has been finished off by Burning. And it looks like we got Shackle on to Zippo. He doesn't latch, but he's actually taking a lot of damage. And a couple more right clicks, and Power Shot going to go through and finish him off. Lycanthrope actually finish up his Necronomicon. So he's getting pretty big, but they're losing a lot. They're definitely losing a lot of control over the map. They really do not need to start taking towers before they get pushed back into their base, which wouldn't be good. DK does want to play it safe though. They don't want to take too many risks with teamfight. They know that MUFC does have the teamfight that would go into their advantage. So they want to make sure that they don't get hit with a full teamfight in Ravage. They don't want 5 heroes to get stuck in that, or even 4, or even 3. Just Lycanthrope would be a problem. So it's going to be a big counter push, split push game coming up from DK. Broodmother now in the aggressive jungle, trying to get some farm there. Should be able to do. We have Beastmaster actually still sitting in this bottom lane, level 12. Burning's going to be actually going to be scared away a little bit. We have Power Shot plus Shackle is maxed out. What do we have to build on Puck? He's got Illusory Orb, just still 1 point in phase shift. Doesn't really need the duration to be that long. Just needs to do it to get rid of like a Shackle, Stun, or something like that. And Dream Coil is just level 1 plus Waiting Rift is finished off. We got Tidehunter. He's maxing out Anchor Smash, got 1 point in Crack and Shell, 3 points in Gush. Puck's definitely just using that to stop damage. We got a Shackle Shot coming out, and actually another Ward Trap coming out from Super. Gonna be able to finish off Ken with that. Hopefully, we have Beastmaster. We're gonna be held down. Ravage is now popped off. Super is looking pretty low, and that is a lot here. That Puck is gonna be finished off right now. Just needs some kind of a stun. Is Roar available? Roar's not available though. We do have a Sprout. If you try and get away from as much damage as possible. Long DD goes down. Lycanthrope, as I was talking about, Burning though is going to be attacking this tower. And it looks like he's just going to melt it away. There's no Ravage, so Burning should be able to get away from this without a problem. That teamfight did go the way of MUFC. But Lycan just pushing in that tower while they're doing that, making sure that if MUFC does one thing, Lycanthrope does another. As you can see, they do have an excellent teamfight. MUFC. And they're actually going to be able to defend this middle tower. Lycanthrope is building. He's got his Necronomicon only level 1. Hasn't actually finished up his boots yet. The Quelling Blade is able to help him jungle a little bit faster. The build on Puck. Looks like got a Blink Dagger on Puck, so that's going to give him tons of mobility. Don't want to call Puck a female, even though it kind of sounds like that. He's actually just a young dragon. Actually, Ken is looking right here, perhaps looking to stun up Broodmother. And actually, you got Lycanthrope just gonna get a kill on Nature's Prophet up in this top lane over here. He's pretty huge right now. Actually, his Necronomicon level 3, so he's gonna be a tower pushing fiend, and I think he's going straight for the tier 3 tower. Losing a barracks for MUFC would be very problematic since they do have a teamfight lineup. If they lose a barracks, then they have to dedicate one hero down to pushing out the lanes. And they only have a limited amount of time where they can... And here we go, we got Burning. It's actually going to be caught out by Aurora. We have Power Shot flying through. We have Focus Fire. And we popped off. The Aegis is burned, and I think he's going to actually die to this. There's too many heroes right here. Ravage is available, which is now going to be popped off. They're going to stun him up for a long enough time for him to go down. Lycanthrope can be popped pretty quickly by 4 heroes on his own. So they do lose the Aegis for that and don't actually get a whole lot for it. Only about half damage on the tower. And now this bottom tower is going to be here, and this is what DK was banking on. They were expecting that later on in the game they would have a huge amount of push, and it looks like TFG is going to be taken out. Yes, he's going to be finished off. But we have Power Shot actually landing finally, and actually not dealing too much damage with that Power Shot. But Ken shouldn't be able to chase with this kill right here because he has the Shadow Shaman wards. Nature's Prophet coming in the middle lane, getting a look at Zippo, I think, and 15 seconds left until Roar is up, so they're going to have to kill him before that. Able to do so. No. TPs himself out. Just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time he got out there. Yeah, so this is the late game that DK was looking for. They really wanted to have that huge pushing power. If Lycanthrope did one thing, Broodmother's going to do another thing. Looking to make sure that they don't get any team fights, and all of the abilities that MUFC has have to be used just to kill, you know, anywhere from like 1 to 3 heroes, making sure that they don't lose an entire team fight, and make sure they don't lose Broodmother as well as Lycanthrope at once. That would be quite devastating, actually. The Hand of Midas, no matter how big really they want Broodmother to be, Orchid Malevolence is finished up on her. Amateur really needs like a Hand of Midas because she can just take over an entire jungle. Actually going to try to go on Tidehunter right now, slowing him up just a little bit. Right clicks. We have Nature's Prophet going to be coming in, and that is going to push Broodmother away. The rest of the team is here. We have a Haste Rune up on Beastmaster. I think they're going to try to go for the kill, and they should be able to do so. Broodmother is caught out right now. Going to be not actually popping off the Roar yet. Orchid Malevolence going to stop Gogeta. They do need a Shackle. They do get it. Shackle lands, and too much damage. Broodmother goes down in the bottom lane. Looks like Burning is going in for another Roshan that is going to be up in a minute or so, but that might not be a great time to do that. It looks like MUFC is going to go for this tier 3 tower. They have all their heroes right here. Lycanthrope is coming in to try to defend against it. They want to do this while Broodmother is down. And now if they can get a kill on Burning, that would be huge for them. Perhaps they're going to look for a support. Super's right here pushing them back. They pop off the wards. Get another ward trap. We have Primal War. Oh no, the Ravage has popped off too much. Burning is low on health right now. We have Venomancer coming in with his ultimate has popped off. But Shadow Shaman goes down. Buys back. Venomancer is finished off. And Chance is able to get the kill on that one. And this tier 3 tower should go down. Actually, nope. It looks like MUFC is going to back off from that. There's such low life on the tower, it's unfortunate, but those Serpent Wards are really too powerful. They're losing too much health. Didn't want to get caught off again by DK having to buy back, but the buybacks from them is good for MUFC. And now they're going to get caught into another team fight out of their side of their base. We have Puck going down as well as the rest of the team. Broodmother is now here. They don't have buyback I don't know if they have buyback available on Broodmother. I think she just used it. We have Burning now getting shackled to a tree. Oh, this is not good for him. He goes down. Nature's Prophet with a triple kill. And now they're going to take out this tier 3 tower. Just, yeah. What's the buyback? Buyback status. There is no buyback on Lycanthrope. Broodmother does have a buyback available. However, she doesn't have enough gold to do that. They have a dominating streak on Nature's Prophet right now. And what do we got for net worth? Net worth, actually Lycanthrope is pretty huge, but it is not enough with this team fight. That was a great play for MUFC. They were able to bait out that team fight. There's really no reason DK should have been down there. They really didn't have the advantage. So losing a barracks to DK, it's not the end of the world quite yet. It's not the end of the world quite yet, just because Lycanthrope and Broodmother are so powerful in lane. But if MUFC can keep finding these team fights like this and just take out Broodmother and Lycanthrope, they're going to be able to power through this game and be able to take it out. I would argue. They have just so much stun. And here we go. We're gonna do it again. Roddick goes down. Tidehunter got an unstoppable streak. Broodmother is just melted away. And doesn't have buyback again. So you're gonna get blink. I have a blink on Tidehunter to make sure they get that. And they're gonna go for Roshan. Keep that from Lycanthrope. Burning's definitely not gonna go in. They're not gonna try to stop this. They can't lose Burning as well as Broodmother for that long. This is a great strategy for MUFC. That's really what they wanted to happen. They're just waiting for Broodmother to show herself in lane again. But DK is going to use their split push and going to try to take down this tier 3 tower while Roshan is happening. Do we have TP scrolls? We do have some TP scrolls. So they can come back and defend this. Now Venomancer. Sigil's going to be caught off right now. They do know that Roshan is happening. And actually they're going to lose Venomancer plus Super right here. I think they wanted to make a steal on the Aegis. But that definitely wasn't worth it. They lost that fight. Lycanthrope is here in the bottom lane. They're going to take down this tier 3 tower in bottom lane. They're going to look for a trade on the barracks. I would even things up a bit. But we have too many TPs coming out, and I think that Longbeam is really low on health. We have Sprout trapping, burning, and then a shackle shot to do the same. But actually, Nature's Prophet has to go back. We have Tidehunter is going to try to follow him up. We got Gush going to come out. Gush, there it is, and now Windrunner can just get a power shot, finish it off. Nature's Prophet ultimate is actually the thing that finishes him off. So that is, Lycanthrope is now down. I don't even know if he has buyback status on Lycanthrope. Not available. 57, a minute. There's another 50 seconds left before he can come back into the fight. And look at this. We have TFG. He is now above Lycanthrope in terms of farm. Tidehunter with a Veil of Discord, interesting. So they're even looking to do more damage with that Ravage. If you can get that off, if you're quick enough to do that, that's a good combination. Same thing with Sand King. The problem is really just being able to hit Veil of Discord as well as Epicenter at the same time. For us lesser folk, it's a little bit more difficult than it is for a pro who just has really quick fingers. Now it looks like MUFC is going to push in this top tower. So I mean, if you're wondering how you counter a Lycan, there are many ways to do it. One is taking over his jungle, but the other is just massive team fight. If you have that massive team fight, I mean, you can melt away. You can stop Lycanthrope from being able to do anything. His power is really in the split push. It's only really in pub games that I've ever seen him get so huge that he just melts away heroes and can run into the game, run into the battle, and just destroy everything. His real ability is the split push. And now, Gogeta is going to be caught up by yet another ward trap. Going to be forced to himself away. Actually, not even able to finish off Beastmaster. We have Burning Lockdown, 2 Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman is finished off, but look at that little pig running as fast as he can. Oh, it's not going to be enough, though. Actually, it is going to be able to go away. We have Puck is going to hold himself away in this phase shift for a little bit of time, blinking himself away. Actually, Nature's Prophet ultimate is going to finish him off. But a good play, good attempt at escaping. Rotic is going to be finished off. And that is 3 heroes, and the GG is going to be called out from DK. Excellent strategy here by MUFC, trying to take the aggressive jungle, making sure Lycanthrope is not comfortable in the early game, and making sure that they get big enough in the later game, and make sure that they get the team fights, and stick to their initial strategy, not get too confused. Sticking to their guns, they're able to take out a Broodmother and a Lycan, who can be huge problems to any team. And, oh no, it's MUFC. Okay, Gogeta is still here, so the win will actually go to... The win will still go to MUFC. But this is only game 1. There are more games to go, and I should be able to cast them. Just need to control my dog and make sure he doesn't bark at everything and mess up my cast. There's Love is Dead. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to pull up this last stats for you, and look for me in a little bit.